Hello, everybody. This is Richard. I'll be your host tonight. This is probably the freshest you're going to get us for the podcast since we're kind of recording a little bit late. I have Evan with me.
Yeah, here as always, because I have nowhere else to be.
Our resident
We
White
have
boy.
Nappy Chan, also known as Amar.
Yes, I am. Right here, present.
We have Hali, also known as Princess Moonbony. And we have a new person with us. We have Viviku from Canada.
Woo! Yeah, that's me. My name is also Laura.
Oh,
Now there's
Canada.
a fake accent. I'm sorry.
All right.
I think it would help the podcast if you did the thickest Canadian accent you could do.
I know.
Oh God, I can't even. I'm the worst.
We're trying
to
pull in those Canada files. You know, like they have the Anglo files. Because there's some people out there who love Canada. Like I have a friend. Like she gets serious about Canada. I mean, she collects their.
What is there to get serious about?
She loves your country. I think it's your social health care and marijuana. Like I think that's what she really likes about your.
Sorry, what?
Like your social health care and like the marijuana there. Like she is hardcore about Canada.
But what about all the excessive violence in Canada and the angry people?
Actually, we have had a few murders in my
Oh
neighborhood.
wow, you live in the hood, TV.
Not even.
The
I have a
ghetto
pool.
of Canada.
So.
All right, today's topics are going to be
man.
cosplay wigs, to wear them or not to wear them, and there's always a huge fight between cosplayers on like whether or not you should wear wigs at conventions and not wear wigs or use your real hair. And then the next one is cosplay malfunctions, which I'm pretty sure we've all gone through. And then we also have Game of Thrones, which we're going to end up talking about anyway because we're perverted and it's full of sex and we all love that show. And drugs and hydration. Now, when I say drugs and hydration, I'm not really going to be telling you where to get drugs from or buying drugs or anything like that. I'm just going to
But
I'm
Amar,
just going to basically tell you on this podcast to not. I'm not even really going to tell you not to do drugs. That's why I have the whole thing of drugs and hydration. Because I know you're going to go to cons. I know you're going to get freaking blasted and blazed. I know you're going to freaking do drugs. But there's a proper way to do that without ending up in the emergency room like a lot of people do at raves. There's always this one person who over-raves themselves, doesn't hydrate themselves, takes a handful of ecstasy, gets horny as shit, and then passes out on the floor. So I'm going to tell you how not to do that. But anyway, we'll start with the first topic, which is cosplay wigs and, whether or not you should wear them or not. And, in my cosplay experience, when I first started cosplaying, my hair is a little short right now, but I had some long hair and I was kind of like, oh, wow, I could just use my real hair. And, sometimes you get this idea in your mind that, you can use the wig or whatnot.
Nothing.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, like at one point I did have long hair and I thought that it was like, I could do this. Yeah, I can make my hair. And the first cosplay I ever did was Tiki Mick. And, I thought I could do it and it just, it didn't really turn out well or whatnot. I mean, it was okay, but I would have looked a lot better with a wig. So, I mean, as far as wigs are concerned, I'm kind of pro wig. And then there's other cosplay, like I did Mori from Iran High, and there was not a wig short enough to cosplay Mori. I mean, they have those really short hair wigs, but you can see the wig cap, and it kind of looks like shit. And some of the short hair wigs that they had were like too long, so I just used my real hair, and it worked. So I mean, I think if you can find a character that it can work with, I mean, go for it. But like, I'm really like 95% pro wig when it comes time to like cosplaying.
yeah. I'm trying to think of which year I used my natural hair for most of my cosplays just because I'm too lazy to go out to buy a wig.
I noticed that with like your Vampire Knight, and Holly spotted you with your Vampire Knight, and the first thing she says, she's like, he needs a wig.
Hey, I actually liked my hair blonde like that, so
I know.
Oh man, I feel like I'm the only person here who hasn't yet cosplayed, which is sort of sad.
No, that's okay. We have even what's his name? Jake. Jake doesn't really cosplay at all. He's like our anime expert. So I mean, we don't just talk about cosplay on here. We talk about a lot of different things. So
yeah, I know. I mean, I have my own opinion about it, and my opinion is literally like neutrality in the sense of if you have the hair and you can actually make it look that good, fucking go for it. But if you don't, it really depends on how you're doing things, like in the sense of like, do you give a shit or not?
Right.
But if you're trying to make it look professional and good looking,
Right. If
I
you're
would
trying to be
probably
one of
say
those top
do
notch
go
It
for the
looks
wig.
gross when you use your real hair, just because you know how hair can get really greasy and then it
Yeah,
doesn't
well,
like stay the way you want it to be.
your hair, my hair takes like a week to get greasy.
Yep. Same here, because we black, you know.
Yeah,
It just doesn't
exactly.
hold the shape enough.
Not me. It only takes a few days. I am a greasy man.
Oh man.
I had like a
Like-
really weird mental image of like you rubbing cooking oil on yourself when you said that. Not as sexual, but more of like an interesting way. You're like, I'm a greasy man, and you like have a bottle of cooking oil, and you're
Be
like,
like, fun fact, guys, I'm pretty greasy as it is.
Oh man. Like, that's personally my opinion.
yeah.
So yeah.
I'm all for wigs.
I'm kind
Wigs
of
are fun anyways, right?
It's split for me because a lot of if people can't afford wigs, just oh well. But if you're gonna wear a wig, wear a damn wig cap or hide your
Yes.
hair.
That too.
Yeah,
I hate
that's
when-
what legitimately bugs me the most whenever I see people walking by with like wigs on like they were snapbacks. They're just kind of on their head. They've got their natural hair color just exploding out of the bottom. It's like, who are you supposed to be? I'm the guy who skinned Edward Elric alive and put his head on my face.
But like
Just
it's even
scalp
worse
him?
when they put the wig on and they don't trim it or anything, so the bangs are like right in front of their eyes.
Oh my god, that's the worst pain ever.
It is, and then they don't like brush it, and it just looks like trash. Like, don't even wear that.
Like,
Yeah.
I have a friend who wears wigs every day of her life. I guess I could bring this up is the fact that she just doesn't have hair that grows
Right.
on her body.
Mhm.
So she has been wearing wigs since like late high school, and
Mhm.
like, oh my god, that's where I'm learning more about my like the wig obsession that I don't have yet, but I starting to grow.
Right.
Where I'm just like, I want so many, and I want
Right.
to take care of them so bad, but I don't have the space for them.
I do love wigs.
I really don't either. They're all shoved in my drawer.
Oh
I really should sell some because I don't use half of them.
I have like a box of them, and it's funny that you mention that with like wanting to just collect them, because I mean like I do that a lot at conventions where like you get this thing I like to call it convention hair, and your hair gets so shitty from wearing like especially if you switch cosplay, is you'll take off the wig, put on another wig, and you already have a wig cap on, and it's just messing up your hair or whatnot.
Oh,
And then
man.
when you're ready to like when you're done cosplaying, and let's say you're going out to like eat or something like that, then you
look
know
like
your
fresh
hair
hell?
yeah your hair looks you look like one of those fucking troll dolls essentially. So I just slap the wig back on or whatever, and I'm just like I'm just gonna wear wigs the entire con. And then after a while I was like I can get used to this. I can just wake up in the morning, not comb my hair, and just throw on a wig and like
Might as well.
cruise around. I know actually she's one of my followers on Tumblr. She doesn't, I forget the name of the disease where you lose your hair, but she doesn't have that. She just shaves her head and just wears wigs because she just doesn't want to like do her hair. She just whips it off. She rocks the ball head and puts on the wig and she's out or whatnot. But yeah, I'm a little split on that as well. I'm usually for wigs, and part of the reason is because I usually have like more than one cosplay. And my thing is like if you have more than one cosplay, there's no I've seen people literally bleach and dye their hair multiple times at conventions, and it's terrible for your hair. Like it's
It really
bad.
is.
I mean,
can
it's
like-
vouch
bad.
for that.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, like, I get chemical straightening done, so there's
Mhm.
no way in freaking hell I'm bleaching my hair without it falling out.
Right. Yeah, there are some people who will bleach and dye like 3 times at a con and with their sometimes even more, and then they'll go back and do the same cosplay that they did like the day before and bleach it again, and it's just like just do the wig.
Yeah, just do the wig, because it's like at least it doesn't look like you had like a hay bin fall on your head at the end of it.
Right, exactly.
That's disgusting. Oh
So,
man.
something that's off topic or whatnot. So, have you been to any conventions in Canada? Because like I'm interested
Oh.
in like what people do outside of like America.
Nothing.
Because like
Actually, that's kind of funny because I told my sister about this podcast, and my sister goes to conventions a little bit more than I do, just
Uh-huh.
because she's usually at the artist alley and stuff like that.
right.
And she cosplays. She's the one who
Right.
cosplays. But like, yeah, I've been to one of the biggest conventions here in Ottawa that unfortunately went bankrupt.
Mhm.
Which was AC Cubed. I went there twice, which was both my favorite convention experiences ever. Which, it was beautiful, but unfortunately they were just using their money too well to treat people well, that they went bankrupt.
Oh, so you mean like
then
treating the
So
guests
embezzlement.
yeah, I guess.
Bribery.
But the convention that sort of quote-unquote took its place while we waited for another one to come up was Naru to You, which was absolute tripe. It was the fucking worst. Like, it was just not well planned. To be honest, the people there kind of were like, no one was reporting any harassment, which sucked. Which is funny because like it barely happens here in Canada, but whatever. At least in conventions, like you don't see too many of that happening too much. Like even actually, I was going to bring up the fact that like I'm not sure about conventions in the States, but glomping is completely against the rules in Canada, or at least in Ottawa. Yeah, glomping.
Yeah.
Because we had an incident where someone got glomped through a freaking window.
Wow.
At like one convention.
Notice me, senpai. Notice me.
So it's been against the rules, so no one else gets hurt because I mean they went through a fucking window.
No, that is. Geez, well, it's not like nationwide here, but there are a few conventions. And can you guys still hear me?
Yeah. Like a lot of the bigger conventions around here have been banning glomping just because it's turning into one of those things where there's always going to be that like first timer who gets overly excited because oh my god, that's a Naruto and I've never seen that before in my life, so I'm going to go tackle it to the ground.
Right.
Yeah.
And people do get obnoxious with that. I mean, I've had some people like, hug. I mean, and that touches on the whole cosplay consent thing or whatnot. But I mean, I've had people, literally like just jump me, and it's like, you can hug me, but you don't have to be violent,
Yeah, like we actually, I was about to bring up that we actually finally got a Ottawa Comic Con now, which just passed this weekend. My sister went the entire weekend, and they actually did have a panel about the cosplay does not equal consent thing. Which I freaking love, but it's kind of funny because she's like, I get it, but I don't understand why that we have to discuss it because we haven't really had any incidents. But I'm like, might as well just address it before it happens, or at least like nip the bud, because it's just like it may happen, and at least we know that people out there, like especially for newcomers, for conventions, kids, all that kind of stuff, like we want to make sure that they know that they're safe. And that they are not in the wrong for getting groped or whatever while wearing a costume. Like the title is cosplay does not equal consent and blah blah blah. Right. But like
it's really annoying. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, sorry. No, I wasn't really going to say anything.
No, it's really annoying when I mean, I think that we have to like make rules for conventions, because people are just, playing idiots. I mean, some of this stuff is just common etiquette, like, don't touch people's boobs, don't be an asshole, don't smack that person's ass, don't football tackle the person in a version of a hug, or
don't slap that asshole with your boobs.
And I mean, like, some of this stuff is common sense, and like people just like we literally have to have signs for people like don't do this. It's like people forget, even though it's like, they go to a convention and they completely forget, that they're there to these are just, I mean, we're still just people, I mean, we're there to have a good time and experience a good time because we don't really get to do this stuff in public because, people look at us like, freak shows and everything else. So this is the one chance we get to be like, ourselves and our character and, our favorite characters and whatnot, and see our favorite characters, like come to life. And I don't really think it's a, I don't really think this should be a place where, you're being yourself doesn't mean being an asshole, essentially. No. Like, you should be having fun, but, not screwing people over. But anyway, which, with all that cosplay consent stuff leads me on to cosplay malfunctions. So, don't worry.
I think I'm an expert at this one. Last detour. Haha.
What happened at last detour?
Your fault. I don't even understand how that happened.
My pants? Dude, I ripped the crap out of those pants.
Oh my god.
I don't remember that. Was I around when that happened?
You were, but you were too busy making out with Jeremy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you mean this detour? I got drunk and made out with one of my friends, yeah.
He hit on everyone. That was male.
How did Holly feel about that?
Oh god, I can be the worst about that sometimes. Like, at Targ. By the way, Ottawa finally just got a freaking arcade bar.
Oh, nice. That sounds like fun.
And it's just my favorite place. I love it. It's like all old school stuff. But
Wait
yeah,
a minute,
like,
wait a minute.
crazy.
Are you trying to tell me that Ottawa is 2 years behind Arkansas?
Yep, because
Ouch.
Ottawa is basically the government capital. So we just have a bunch of boring government, boring people, boring. So like we don't even get the cool stores. We just got a Forever 21.
What? Are you serious?
I am not even joking.
That store's
And
been
Forever
21
21's not even,
forever.
I fucking hate that store, guys. Oh my god.
Didn't you used to work
it's
there?
pretty good here.
Yeah, that's why I hate it.
Wait, what happened?
I used to work there. Cheap ass Koreans.
I was gonna say like because
Don't be racist.
I'm
lady.
like that with
Korean.
Garage.
By the way, listeners, she's Asian, so she can be racist against other Asians.
I'm just being racist in a good way. Don't worry.
It's fine. Like to be honest, here like the one that we have here in Ottawa, I actually really enjoy it in the sense of like I literally bought like 2 complete like interview / work outfits, like professional outfits, in under $60.
Yeah, they're pretty cheap. I mean, you know, they had some stuff. I mean, before I was like, yeah, I shopped at Forever 21. Screw you people. But before
they have a men's section in the States, right? Because they don't have one here yet.
The ones that I went to, at least here in Iowa, which is kind of like backwater of the United States, they didn't really have any. They didn't have a men's section.
Aww.
But for me, like t-shirts are unisex anyway, so I would like see a t-shirt. I mean, like half the t-shirts I have are female t-shirts anyway. Like I just find the biggest girl size I can wear. I'm like, I'm just a big girl, and I go and buy a t-shirt and put it on and stuff. Like that Hello Kitty shirt, like that. I think it's like a large or an extra large or whatever, and it barely fits me still. So
Jeez,
Same way with my
But-
Fluttershy hoodie, man.
Oh my god. I also there's a store here in Ottawa that's been around for a while, like for a long time. Called the Comic Book Shop. That's our comic book shop. That's the biggest one that we have, our biggest line that we have here in Ottawa. Which is funny because my boss at my last job partied with the owner.
Oh wow, party with the owner. It's hell of a boss.
Yeah, when they were like younger. And anyways, but like I just went in there recently just to kill time, and they had like this like freaking nasty ass Rainbow Dash like sweater that zips up all the way up to the hoodie, like, and it had like gross like wig hair.
Ah,
wow.
And it had like
hideous.
these like eye holes that you can kind of see out of, and I'm
it's like they killed a brony and skinned it and made him out of a hoodie.
I would feel bad
Sorry,
for
Evan.
anyone who bought that.
It's
and
easier
thought
than
that
you
looked
think,
cool.
actually.
I'm not. When I say Evan, I don't really consider you a brony though, because you're like
No.
you're not really like you
Creepy?
don't-
He's not in a fursuit. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly. He's not really
That's
like
those are
wanting to
called
bang those...
furries.
I know.
Well, why do you
That's
think I was
essentially
able
what
to
Brony
make the
is.
claim that I was King Brony back in Arkansas and it stuck? Because he's like, is this guy really the king? Let's see, he really likes the show, but he's not creepy about it, and he's fun to
Yeah.
talk to, but he won't stop talking about it.
He
So,
won't bang
yeah,
the
sure.
little.
I like to think
Also,
of
did you
myself
see
as
the
a good
newest episode?
representation of what bronies can be,
Mhm.
rather
Yeah,
than
what they should be.
rather than a
Gross.
giant neckbeard who just can't keep his pants on around those ponies.
Yeah. Like,
Wow.
oh my, have you seen the newest episode though with a DBZ fight?
I have not
No.
yet, though I hear Twilight does a spirit bomb.
Does it
Literally
take
does
3
a spirit
episodes
bomb.
to charge?
No, literally like 2 seconds. It was.
Then it's
It
not a
was
spirit
amazing.
bomb.
I think the coolest part was there was no dialogue throughout the entire scene. It was just like straight up just her being pissed and kicking the shit out of someone.
Well, now I really want to watch this. I watched the first part of it, and I noticed it's like, oh man, the ponies are gonna fight a devil centaur man.
Yeah, and it was awesome. Like, you know, I actually have my doubts about that episode because I hate Discord. No offense to anyone who likes him, but I fucking just don't like him at all. Anyways, but like, they actually kind of turned his character around in that episode where he was like, oh, now he's actually good. Fucking finally. I don't know, sorry. Anyways.
Yeah. So
That was-
to get back to cosplay malfunctions, and
Yes.
I really want to talk about Halee's cosplay malfunction. No, I'm just joking.
Oh man.
I don't care, man, but
No.
I feel like we mentioned it like a million
We
times.
have.
talk about it all the time, but it's
But
because I
it's
mean, free
so-
show.
I feel like
Hey,
wigs are
don't
kind of like
worry,
one of those
Lily,
big
I'm
ones.
right
Only
there
like
with you.
2 people saw it. It's fine.
I think the first one, the first cosplay malfunction I ever had, I was cosplaying Gakupo, and the
Wait, you were
pan-
cosplaying as who?
Gakupo from Vocaloid. Yeah, I was cosplaying the Ren version, and so there might be some pictures up of me with that. I was a vocal person or whatever. The
Oh my
shame, but I don't know. I
God.
enjoyed it.
No, to be honest, like I'm still like I'm not as
Really?
good like liking the music still, but like I'm just like, oh, I
I
remember
just
that
like the
being good.
I just liked the characters. But
Yeah.
anyway, I like what happened was the front part of the pants had ripped or whatnot in the front,
Oh,
and it
the
ripped-
most accentuated part.
The boxers, at the time I usually bring like, when I travel, especially if I go to a convention, I don't really concentrate on like bringing clothes with me, because I'll just bring like one pair of whatever. I do manage to bring like massive amounts of underwear with me. But this time, for some reason, I only packed one pair of boxers, and the boxers also had a rip in them as well.
Oh,
so, like,
no.
my dangling is like swinging by the hole or whatever for Gakupo. And
It could be his
Oh my God.
eggplant.
I didn't have an eggplant.
There you go,
Or
character
did-
item without actually having to bring one.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
It was a little purple, but anyway.
Make it work.
Anyway, I remember I was like, oh my god, I was like, my pants ripped, and like I don't know if you were in the room or not, Evan, but I was trying my damnedest to like hide my dick or in my pants. I was just like trying not to have it like
I must
whip out
not
or
have been
anything.
in the room because you wouldn't have tried to
It's
hide
like
it
it's
then.
coming at me.
I think Meg was in the room. Yeah, there were girls in the Meg and Joni were in there, and I didn't want
man.
Joni would have been like, "Ah, man parts, let me jump on that." So
Oh, that sounds
anyway,
like a fun person.
The
Say
grinder,
what?
man.
I was being sarcastic.
so anyway, like I remember, this is my second anime convention. Nowadays, if I have a cosplay malfunction, I either am surrounded by a bunch of people who sew, or I bring my own sewing kit, and I know how to whip stitch like on the spot. So if this ever happened,
Oh
I would
my
have just took
God.
my pants off with my dick out, sewed my pants back up, and then threw the pants back on or whatever. But with this situation, luckily Gakupo, the Ren version, was wearing a skirt or whatnot, and everyone was just like, "Oh, just cover the hole with your skirt or whatever." And like, I guess you could say, like, at an anime convention, that really didn't seem so out of place to just tell somebody to cover something up with their skirt. And I was like, wait a minute, you guys just told me to cover something with my skirt. I was like, that's just, I don't know, kind of took me aback a bit. But yeah, I just sort of improvised by like covering it up. But I guess you could say my suggestion is, if you go to a cosplay convention, make sure that you bring someone with you who is capable of sewing or whip stitching, or you learn how to do it yourself, because they will happen and you will have naughty parts fall out. So
I can't even
Or wear
sew.
pasties and little flowers.
Yes.
Yes, Amar, let's go
Oh
get
my
you a
God.
dick pasty.
How would you put on a dick pasty?
It's
Like,
like a condom.
Why don't you
Painfully.
just wear a giant pad? Just wear that.
does it look like a banana? Because that would just be comical in itself.
They do
Well,
have those
according to
little
Halee,
banana
it looks like an
cases. Maybe
eggplant.
if you cut a hole in it.
Oh my god.
it looks like
Hey, it works for the character. Just use it as your prop. If they ask, it's your hidden eggplant.
Oh my god. Just paint your dick purple and you're like, yeah, why not?
I think you and wait, do you watch Yaoi Vivi?
Me? Yeah. Yowie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do. Well, I was just asking because me and
Oh my
Halee are big
God.
Yaoi fans, and
Oh my god.
I love
Wait,
Yaoi, and like
Halee likes Yowie?
Oh, shush. No, I'm just saying, like, it's funny because, like, I remember back when I was working at my previous job, like, there were days where I'd be so fucking bored, and I would just be like, I'm just gonna download a Yaoi manga and just read the shit out of that.
well,
Oh,
I wasn't really gonna get into Yaoi back in the day, because I mean, it was just,
It's
it's
so
not that
dumb.
it's not that I had anything against like gay people or anything like that. I was just like, I don't know, it's not really my demographic, or I just don't know. And Holly was like, come on, she's like, you need to watch this Yaoi with me, and
Oh
you
my
promised or whatever. And I was like, fine, I'll watch this Yaoi. And it was it was Saichiko Hatsukoi, and I fucking love that goddamn yaoi. It is the best shit ever. Their romance is almost better than like some of the like heterosexual romance anime that are out there. It is intense, and there's always like these near masturbation moments where it's like, oh senpai, no, and he like pins the kohai against the wall, and he's like I'm not gay, and then they start making out and having sex. He's like, oh, I'm totally gay, and it's
That's
like, dude,
literally yaoi in a nutshell.
it's like,
I'm
stop.
not gay. Gay is bad. I'm so fucking gay.
And it's so good. I mean, and I've seen some clips from like Yuri, and Yuri's okay, but there's something just magical about yaoi, and I love it. The man-on-man action
hands.
is just, it's just great.
Something about a hard dick going into a guy's eye socket just sells it.
It's better than an endless vortex.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but we're big yaoi fans. Richard, not so much.
I gave yaoi a shot once back when I liked this
I feel like
one
you would
girl.
have to be like somewhat bi for that kind of shit. Like if for a dude. For
Say
that.
what?
I said
Like, to get into yaoi. Because it's just like I don't know.
You're just mad you accidentally clicked on that link.
Well, considering Hali, you're like, hey, I'm gonna send you a link for this one manga or anime or video game I'm playing, and you send me a picture of a dude getting railed in the ass.
In high definition.
No, because you told me to send you a link.
No, I didn't
so
ask you
I
to
sent
send me
you
that,
a link.
and you told me it was
Oh
something
my
else.
You know,
Oh
I'll
my
be
God.
honest with yaoi. First
I
one I
even
ever
sent you a
watched.
nice
How am I
song.
just becoming friends with you guys? We were meant to be friends. I love this shit.
We're still gonna have to come up to a convention and go to Canada, or you can like come down here like and go to a convention with us. Essentially, I
See,
mean,
it's funny because my boyfriend wants to take me down to the States so we can see my mom because I haven't seen her since I was like 11. So it's like 11 years ago.
Oh wow.
But I want to go to the States again, but I'm like I don't even know where to go anymore. I want to go to San Diego Comic-Con because like I can meet cool people.
Right, see
But,
cool
like,
cosplay.
I know it's like the one that everyone's like, I don't have the money for this, and I'm like, well then I'm gonna be there by myself,
I would
and
say,
I don't want that.
I would say before you hit SDCC is you hit some smaller cons first, because if you go to San Diego the first time for a first con, you will be completely overwhelmed.
I just told you this is not my first convention.
In
Well,
America.
In America.
I've been to like 5. I've been.
But
well,
are they
actually,
in
wait,
America?
No. Okay, fucking touche, but like seriously. Oh my god.
Oh gosh.
Like
But
the
yeah.
last convention I went to was last year's Comic Con, and like Ottawa Comic Con, but like it was packed. Like it was packed.
Yeah.
Though the amount of cosplayers that were there, I was so surprised how many good cosplayers there are here in Ottawa. Like, and there was like a group cosplay for Archer,
Archer.
and there was
I
a
would love
Krieger.
to cosplay from that.
and they had his Hollow wife.
Hello, tell them to shut up. Good lord.
Are you gonna get kicked out
Seriously.
soon, Holi?
Yeah.
Stop making
it's at
coffee.
9.
It's too loud.
Hey,
It's 9
what
right
time is it
now.
close?
Wait, what time is it with you guys? 'Cause
It's
like, almost
8:59
10 for me.
here. I
Oh,
don't
do
know
you have to
time
leave,
figure
Helene?
that out because there's like a bunch of people still coming into the coffee shop. Wait, why don't you just look at the sign
milk
right
it.
there? You don't have to go all
customers.
the way around the world.
Just milk it for what it's worth, Helene.
I think I have to go, guys, because it closes at 9.
Alright.
Okay.
Hey,
Okay,
hey,
Heli.
export and upload your stuff ASAP because I need to try to put this
I will
up
have to do
when I
it
can.
tomorrow because I'm not gonna have time to do it like right here. when
No.
they're closing.
Now, Hali.
What?
Hali, just sit outside the
Does it
door.
work, guys? I tried it.
Yes, it does.
No, I've sat in my car before to try to get their internet.
That's not outside the door. That's in your car. There's a difference. That's a
I have
large
sat
metal
outside
vehicle.
the door.
Leave her alone, Richard. Leave her alone. Let the woman go. Alright, Helene, we'll catch you next time. We'll be recording again maybe on Friday
Yeah, I'll
or
let you
something
know when
like
my
that.
internet is back up. 'Cause I'm gonna
Alright.
be busy this weekend.
Okay, Helene.
Pay your bills.
What money do I have?
All right, bye, buddy.
Bye.
Bye.
Jeez, Hallie.
Say what?
Hallie, you faked.
Bye. Alrighty.
And now we can hear each other again.
Yay!
That was intense.
That was worse than when during Christmas when there was Christmas carols playing the whole time.
Ugh.
Wasn't she like, shut up on that episode?
Oh man.
Do you watch Game of Thrones, Vivi?
Oh, that's the funniest part. Like, I was like, you're talking to the wrong person. My sister's the one who cosplays, and she watches that show, but she also does not talk about dirty stuff, so I mean, there's that.
I'm 3 episodes behind.
He is.
I am
how
many seasons are there?
Oh my god.
4 seasons? I'm 4 seasons behind. I have not yet watched the show, and
you
I
need
don't
to get on that. It is amazing.
But I don't have the attention span for it. I barely have the attention span to catch up with Sherlock, and that's Sherlock. It has like 6 episodes.
Yeah, but
This is
Sherlock
really
doesn't
addicting,
have
though.
boobies and wieners
No shit.
flopping
It
everywhere.
has the gay romance that I look
floppy
for.
Wieners.
Floppy wieners.
But Game of Thrones has one of the best jokes about a gay knight and his gay king. Remember, Sir
God.
Lawrence
My sister
isn't much of a knight. He's been stabbing Renly for years, and he's still not dead.
One thing I'll say is that my sister has basically just she's like my Audible. She just like tells me about everything, so I don't have to like watch it.
Right. So you're really.
We're twins, so I mean,
yeah.
just relay information.
Right. Yeah, I won't ruin anything for you, Richard, but I will say that it's getting really good. Like, I mean it's always good. I can't really say that I've ever seen an episode where it was just lagging.
I wouldn't say every episode is good, because
what episode do you not like?
The first season was by far the biggest draw until people died.
So
well, that's part of the show.
First season of every show.
I have a short attention span too, but I didn't actually sit down to watch the show until maybe halfway through season 2.
That's what makes it good, though. I mean, you can't keep your favorite characters around. This isn't Naruto.
No, I understand. But also, look at this. I acknowledge Lord of the Rings is a good movie series, but I hate Lord of the Rings.
What?
I don't like it.
What? Why?
We're gonna lose
just
so
don't.
many subscribers because of this.
Yeah, I know.
But
I was
no.
just gonna be like,
Yeah,
we're gone.
The tens
We're not
of many
friends
we
anymore.
have.
It's gonna be 3 now.
But like, I acknowledge
man.
it's a good series. I just don't like it.
I guess I could understand that. I mean, I'm kind of that way with some bands or whatnot. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, like, for example, how everybody
Actually, I'm like that with movies. More.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know how some people are like, oh, Nirvana's the best band in the world, and I just know, I mean, I recognize they're very talented, they're very musically inclined, you know, like, as far as, you know, lyrics and musical composition, they're a great
They
band,
haven't
you know,
put out a new song in like 20 years, man.
That's
but
almost
like,
as old as I am.
but, you know, I don't know, it just doesn't catch on to me for some reason. So I guess I can understand where you're coming from with, like, Lord of the Rings or whatnot, you know, how it just doesn't really catch you. And I guess there is some shows like that where they're really, or songs or movies where they're really popular, but they just don't really, you know,
Hunger
catch
Games for me.
Hunger Games? I don't like Hunger Games.
Actually,
because of
Hunger
the
Games
racial
and Battle
connotation
Royale.
in
I
it.
can't watch either of them.
I like Battle Royale. Fuck Hunger Games, though.
But Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like
really
feel
the only
bad
reason
the
why I would
movies.
watch again.
I'm tired of people putting women in movies just to get viewers, like fucking Megan Fox as April and Teenage
Oh my
Mutant
god,
Ninja
I think
Turtles.
that actually cost them
Why don't they make her
viewers.
black again? Like, seriously?
Wait, what?
Sorry, I'm
Wait,
talking
what?
about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Originally, April was black.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah,
a lot of characters
yeah.
were originally
in
black.
the comic book. Way back.
Well,
Yeah,
also,
black
I was
and
gonna
white
say
days.
everything was in black and white, except for their bands,
Yeah,
which
they're
were
red
red.
bandanas.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They were
No,
all
she-
red originally.
No, she was like black, like as
Yeah,
an
you-
African American.
I know, but
You could
I
tell.
was being sarcastic. God damn it.
Sorry, you're talking to the 2 black people on the show. Like, even my white boyfriend as a child knew that she was black.
but no, I think that was a terrible idea, and I saw
I think
the preview
everybody
for
did.
it in the theaters when I was watching Winter Soldier, which is the best Marvel movie that has ever been released, in my opinion, even better than the Avengers. I'm just gonna
My
put it
sister
out there
loved it.
Nick
because the
Fury,
plot,
Agent of Shield.
huh?
Nick Fury, Agent of Shield, starring David Hasselhoff as Nick Fury, is the best Marvel movie. It has
Sounds like
everything
a
a Marvel
porno.
movie needs: an island, an angry white man, and nothing to do.
Sounds like a porno. It really does.
Oh man. Like,
I mean,
You know-
I think I was most pissed off when they changed the story because I mean, like the whole mutated turtles thing or whatnot, and they just it's like, what the fuck are you doing? Oh, we built these warriors, and like it's all epic Hollywood, and it's like, and why are they CGI? Can we please have costumes? I mean, they've been costumes for almost 30 years.
Hey,
I mean,
hey, Amar.
what's up?
No.
Yes,
Because
I
you
love
are doing the
puppeteering.
freaking nostalgia train that pisses me off right now.
No,
Because
no.
guess
I'm
what?
okay. What?
If you even say that the animatronic turtles were better, I'm gonna slap you the next time I see you.
I'm
Because
saying
the animatronic
they
turtles
could
were
be better
shit.
now.
I'm not saying that the animatronic turtles back in the day were better. I know that's classic and that's a bygone era. What I'm saying is I miss the puppeteering. Like nowadays, you don't really see as much CGI. You see. I mean, you don't see
too
as much
much.
puppeteering. You see too much CGI. There's not enough puppeteering. And with today's technology, I mean, they have this show on Sci-Fi or whatnot. It's produced by like Henson or whatnot, where they have these people get on there and they make puppets and stuff. With like today's technology and small little motors and servos, you can make some really epic, puppets. And I witnessed a lot of that on Farscape, which is a sci-fi show that's about 10 years old.
Yeah, the
And
issue the issue though is it takes a lot of people to move one thing.
Who
And
cares? It's quality.
It's not quality when you have to have 15 people just to work one face.
But like seriously, with the CG right now, like how it looks right now, why did they make them look like that?
Because
Yeah,
that's what
why?
turtles look like. Have you guys
No.
ever
They
looked at a
They don't
turtle's
have
face?
lips.
They don't.
Yeah, but
They have nostrils.
They don't have
mutant, these are mutant Ninja Turtles, though.
Yeah,
It looks
okay.
so bad.
If you guys remember,
Don't defend this, Richard.
the,
look like-
Don't.
the nuclear waste, which doesn't make sense to begin with,
Gave
that
them
had
human
contaminated.
features somehow.
No, guess what? Guess what? Who did it also affect? Oh yeah, Daredevil, who was a human. And if they were both hit by the same splash of radioactive waste, wouldn't there be human DNA in that radioactive waste to cause them to become more humanoid like they did?
Wait, Daredevil?
Was it Daredevil?
Daredevil's a Marvel character.
But who?
Yeah.
There was somebody. They were saying that they had the same thing. They were both
think-
Oh my
affected by
God.
the same radioactive spill.
I mean, I think I've heard that Teenage Mutant Ninja
I was gonna
Turtles
say
was
we're like
inspired
we're
by
going into like
Batman,
different
but
lores, but like it's ugh. I don't know. It just looks ugh.
And
But
really,
in this
if-
universe, they're
is
saying
that
they're
your
built,
only-
right?
like, to me,
It-
just saying the lips is like, to me, that's not really a complaint to say it looks bad, because
It is not the
otherwise,
full complaint. I'll have to look at another picture because I just sort of purged it from my
I think
head.
it's everything. The voices,
Yeah.
the story, Megan Fox. It's just all crap. It's not just the turtles I'm focusing on. Like, I think if they wouldn't have put Megan Fox in it or changed the story as much, I would have been okay. But it's kind of like, it's like, holy cow, it's like, holy shit on a shit sandwich. It's like they had shit and then they put more shit on top of it. It's just like, just fucking call it fucking Space Lizards, like, at this point. Just change the whole show. Don't even call it this anymore. Like, they've changed so much in it. Like, it's just kind of ridiculous. And now they work for the military?
Actually,
Really?
you know what they look
But
more
the
of
movie
than,
isn't
than
out
turtles?
yet, though.
yeah, you can't.
The movie is not out yet.
And even if
It's
there's
not like
stuff
they're gonna
that
change
says,
much.
if they
You
say
never
they're
know.
doing this, they're doing this. We have no idea if those people are just bullshitting us or not. So until the movie comes out, I mean, look at Amazing Spider-Man 2. I've heard complete mixed reviews, but I've heard it's utter shit, and I've heard it's great.
Right.
Which one?
And to
Oh, sorry, I
me,
don't
it
watch
looked
any
like
movies
utter crap
anymore.
because Electro looked like poop, and
I
Rhino
liked
looked
Electro,
like poop.
honestly.
Oh,
I
Christine
think
just
Ryan-
saw that. Sorry, my sister just saw that movie like a few days ago, and she was like, "It was amazing."
I'm
And my
really-
sister's like, I don't know. She's a huge like, she like, is always on top of watching Marvel movies right now. Like,
I'm really
And
excited
part
to
of
see,
it
like,
comes where what universe you're really into, because I mean,
Right.
I mean, like
Yeah, it's
Spider-Man. the Spider-Man movies take place in the Ultimate Universe. That's why Nick Fury is black. That's why Green Goblin is a mutant. That's why everything is the way it is, because it's the Ultimate Universe.
Right.
But I mean, with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles thing, I mean, it's the idea that they're creating an alternate universe of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and it doesn't directly affect the older universe. It doesn't affect the comic books. It's just another thing where it's another universe. It's like when Star Trek came out. A lot of people thought, oh, this thing is so stupid and horrible, and we hate it. And then they're like, well, guys, it's an alternate universe. It's a different timeline. And then all of a sudden, everyone's like, oh, wow, man, the new Star Trek movie was so good.
About? Because all of them are
9.
linked.
9.
Deep Space Nine?
No, Star Trek 9, the movie.
Star Trek 9.
Yes, the Star Trek movie that came out with, the newest one, not the one that's just called Star Trek.
Well, that one's a prelude, honestly. That's like young Captain Kirk and Spock, so it's technically still part of the same universe per se.
No,
it's
an
alternate
different timeline. It is a completely alternate timeline. That's
well,
why
not really,
Spock
because
shows up.
Well, we showed up because he was in the future. Like he's just talking to his past self. It's not really an alternate universe per se.
This is ultimate timeline Spock. This is why he's able to warn him about Khan and Into Darkness. This is why he's able to talk about how it's like, oh yeah, Kirk and I are great friends, and this happened, and then other Spock's like, well, this didn't happen at all. What are you talking about? Because it's an alternate timeline.
It's like Dragon Ball Z.
This is why I hate timeline stuff, because it just gets convoluted and annoying.
Like
That's
Dragon Ball Z.
Yes. Just like even Bioshock Infinite. While I will probably never like the game just because it's just so far, it's so fucking
so
ass.
good.
The only time thing, like time travel movie or whatever I like, was a movie I had to analyze for film studies class in high school. I totally forgot. Oh, Primer. Watch Primer. Very smart movie. Very good.
Okay. Are you saying that you didn't like Back to the Future then?
I don't even remember watching that movie.
I don't like that movie that much, honestly. What movie I do like that involves time, and I only like the first one, not the second one, is probably Donnie Darko. Because with the second Donnie Darko, S Darko, they overdid it like too much with like the time.
I never watched the second one.
Yeah.
It's garbage.
Don't watch S Darko.
It's about his.
Do not watch American Psycho 2. Just no sequels.
Because I know Donnie Darko was one of those, if you liked it, you definitely have to watch it a second time to get everything. But if you didn't like the first time, don't bother watching it again.
Right. I mean, there were some people I know who were like, "What happened in the movie? I don't get it." It's like, oh, don't watch. It's okay. Don't puzzle your little brain with it.
Oh, Nappy, check it out. I'm only 3 followers away from 300. Yay!
Oh, wow. Cool. Are you on Tumblr right now?
I'm on my phone.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm tumbling on my phone, too, because Tumblr takes up so much data, it, like, slows down the recording sometimes.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. Like, I was just like, I just got an email, and they're like, hey, check this out. And I'm like,
alrighty, let's see.
Sorry,
the next topic we have is drugs and hydration at conventions. And, like, personally speaking, I've never done the only thing I've ever done is alcohol. That's it. I've never smoked pot.
So always drink water.
Say what?
I said, so always drink water.
Well, besides that, I mean, you have these people who go to conventions or whatnot, and, there are a lot of folks, who go to conventions are from out of state. And, excuse me, I'm burping.
It's okay.
They're, I mean, like, let's say I was at Anime Detour, you'll see license plates from South Dakota, North Dakota, Iowa, Nebraska, Illinois. I mean, these people come from all over, and, they just buy drugs like it's no tomorrow. And a lot of people I know personally, don't, know a lot of these dealers or a lot about the area and stuff like that. And, they go around, purchasing this stuff and they have no idea what the hell they're buying. It's like, some of these dealers are like taking advantage of you and stuff like that.
And so you don't know what it's laced with or anything?
No,
like that?
Exactly.
Like...
They have no idea what it's laced with. And like, I'm not promoting drug use or anything like that, but I'm just saying, like, when you go to conventions, even with drinks, just watch yourself. Especially
do
like
it safely.
Especially like if you're at a room party. I mean, unless you see the person make the drink.
Hold up. Did you just say, how'd you pronounce that?
I said room party.
Oh, I heard, sorry. Some people pronounce room weird, and I'm just like.
Well, I am American.
No, we pronounce it right.
Better yet, Amar, you're Southern.
Well,
Yeah, you
but
probably
it's
do
like-
say it weird if you're Southern.
You're from
Like
Arkansas.
Rome-
What the hell are
like
you talking
Rome-
about?
Hey, I'm
Evan?
further north than you were. Georgia.
Yeah, but like it's still illegal to marry cousins in your state. We made that illegal a long time ago, like 5 years ago.
I'm from the Great North.
I'm sure the
man.
joke was funny, but you broke up so much during it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said that. Well, actually, well, it's already recorded, so I'll go ahead and just roll with it or whatnot. But basically, actually, no, fuck it, I'll say it again.
I was
said
gonna say,
that.
I'll listen to the recording. I'll send you a text with my rebuttal.
No, I said, you guys still have it's still legal to marry your guys' cousins down there, and I said we got rid of ours a long time ago, which was 5 years ago, essentially. So I was like, that.
Wow.
But you see people go to room parties and whatnot, and they and I think we've talked about this on a few other episodes. It's like I've gone to a couple of room, or not a couple, several room parties. What do I mean by a couple? And I've drank from whatever they were mixing. But you always watch the person who is making your drink. And if you have somebody get a drink for you, don't let this just be somebody who you just met like 5 seconds ago and we're like, oh my god, we're best con friends. Like kind of like stepbrothers. Like, oh my god, we watched the same anime. We're best friends. Let's go play drums in the basement.
Why is your friend sound like a Muppet?
Say what?
I said, why is your friend sound like a Muppet?
Because he is a Muppet.
Oh my god.
So like, if you are going to like these room parties, just watch yourself, and if you have a friend bring you a drink, make sure it's somebody that you trust, that you've known for a while, somebody who's not going to date rape you, because I've had people literally try to like date rape my girlfriend like right in front of my face or whatnot.
Wow.
But anyway, it's just watch yourself when you go. And and if you are
That's like
purchasing
any
drugs,
situation like
like
that,
any
though.
exactly. But the thing is like, people will sometimes, they'll watch themselves if they go to a bar or if they go to a sporting event. And I say sometimes, but people get this nostalgia, I call it not nostalgia, like this con surrealism. They're at a convention and they feel like they're in one big
Everyone's
giant
friends. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's friends. Everybody is not your friend at conventions. You can make great friends at conventions, but everyone is not your friend when you go there, and you really need to watch your ass when it comes time to purchasing drugs or drinking things or even taking food from people. Just watch yourself, when you go there or whatnot. And you just, and the other thing is like, don't smoke pot in your room. It's bad for your cosplay, and it will get you thrown out in the street. I've seen people smoke pot in their room, get tossed out in the street, and have nowhere to frickin' stay at the convention. So
That's such
if
a
you are
dumb idea.
right, and it makes your cosplay smell like ass too.
Yeah. Like, okay. But like, sorry, I'm just gonna say like, disclaimer. One of my friends is like a hippie, so like, and even he would be like, "What the fuck are you thinking?"
Right.
Because like, yeah, like, do it in appropriate areas. Always just do it in appropriate areas.
Right.
College.
Like, in back of the
Not in
place
your
or
dorm
whatever.
room,
like,
no.
and you go back in, like, whatever.
Right,
But like,
right.
in Canada, or at least in Ottawa, I feel like they're kind of lax about that kind of stuff. Like,
Right.
like obviously just don't do it in front of a cop.
Right. Right.
But like, if you're at a bar and you just do it at the back of the bar, they're not gonna give a shit.
Right.
like-
Exactly.
Or
And
just go to
kind of
Colorado.
becoming. Yeah. And it's kind of
Colorado,
becoming. Did you say Dusty's house in the background?
Yeah, she was naming off places to do drugs. I'm just like, Dusty's house.
That was like one of those things that I remember my parents were telling us about, like, introducing us to like sips of alcohol early-ish,
Right.
early-ish. Like, I mean, like, that was one of the things like I don't get in the States, where it's like, why is the drinking age so late when like you're legally allowed to go to the war and like vote and
what's
shit
your drinking age in
when
Canada?
you're 18? Like,
What's your drinking age there?
what?
What's your drinking age in Canada?
I
That's a
think
good
it's
question, actually,
it's
'cause
18 or
I live
19
in-
depending on province.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because I live in Ottawa, so it's like, I think it's 18. But not in Ottawa, it's 18 in Quebec, but we're right on the border, so we can just like drive for like 20 minutes to the
Wow,
border.
you're complaining about like your drinking laws. We can't drink till 21 in this
That's
country.
what, no, I wasn't complaining about ours. I was complaining about yours, saying like, like
Oh,
it's so
yeah.
stupid. Like,
Oh, you can kill people, but they won't let you have a beer. It's like, oh son, thank you
that's
for your
exactly
service
what
to
I'm
your
saying.
country. No beer.
that's what I'm saying.
I think that's
like,
the
I don't get it.
common
So, like,
argument.
But it's
When-
true though. I
well,
mean, you
yeah,
trust
but-
somebody to take someone's life.
What I'm getting at is, once you guys are in college and you hit that age, you're gonna fucking binge, and it's
You're gonna
gonna
do
be
it
the
anyway.
worst thing ever.
Right. And the thing is like, I think, you create more temptation for it if you have it, like,
Exactly.
super taboo. Whereas, like, I noticed a lot of my friends who, had parents introduce them to alcohol in the home, they really didn't care. They didn't party that much because they already had wine and alcohol, in the confines of, their parents' house. And I think in
Yeah,
Iowa,
exactly.
I think the legal age to give your kid alcohol is like 16, 15 or 16, something like that. And
Really?
studies have even shown that when you give your kids alcohol or just, are not really super extreme about it, if they either don't drink or when they do drink, they're incredibly responsible with it and
Yeah,
stuff.
me.
So,
Yeah, I was gonna say I had my dad had some like old friends that moved up to New York, and what they did was they'd give them random alcohol here and there just to see, if they could be okay. They gave their
mhm,
daughter champagne like when she was 16 or 17. She had an allergic
mhm.
reaction to it, and they got her to a hospital in time. If
Oh,
she had
nice.
been at a party, she probably
Right.
wouldn't have made it.
Right.
No.
And speaking of allergic reactions or whatnot, I actually have a couple of friends who are allergic to pot, and it kind of ticks me off, when people are
Wow.
like, "Oh, pot's never really harmed anybody before," and it's like, well, my friend smoked pot, and I'm not trying to sound like one of those people who are like, "My friend smoked pot and turned Christian." No, this isn't a story like that. My friend smoked
No.
pot and had an allergic reaction to it. Her throat swelled up in the back or whatnot. Her esophagus
Yeah.
closed up. She broke out in hives, and they had
Oh
to rush her
wow.
to the hospital and give her an injection. I don't really know what
Wow.
they gave her an injection of, but to take the hives
An
down and stop the
EpiPen?
swelling of her throat. Yeah, something like that. And at
Yeah.
first, at first the doctors were like, well, maybe it was the food you ate, and they were even skeptical that it was pot. And she went and smoked it again, and they concluded that yes, she did have an allergic reaction to pot. Same thing
So
happened. She went
don't
to the
do it.
hospital. So yeah, I mean it. And I'm not trying to make this podcast out of an argument like, oh, pot hurts, but it
No,
just
no.
kind of reminded me of that one thing of like, people having allergic reactions to shit,
Yeah,
and this,
yeah.
and
Like
this.
I know
Go ahead.
people who are allergic to alcohol,
Yeah.
and I mean like to be honest, someone's allergic to something. Like
Right.
I'm surprisingly allergic to avocados
Mm-hmm.
and apples and
I
coconuts. I'm
I
sorry.
feel so
Anyways,
sorry for you. As a person of
I
Chilean descent, that sucks.
I literally like every single time I eat something with avocado with like guacamole or like sushi with avocado, I literally throw up instantly. Like it's like it's just in
So
and
it's
out.
so it's a trigger.
I don't know what happens. It's just my body's just like that's not going in you. I'm sorry. You're gonna
Hmm.
throw up all over that table, by the way.
And say for me, like really the only thing that I know I'm allergic to is rabbits. The last time I touched a rabbit, I broke out
Aw.
in hives and my face got super puffy. So I'm like, for me, I'm totally anti-rabbit, and a lot of these
Well,
posts
quit
people are
trying to
like,
fuck them.
but there was this one post that's like some place in Japan or in China or I don't know, but there's like it was just a sea of rabbits running down the street, and
That
I'm
was
like,
Japan.
as a person who's allergic to rabbits, this is the most
Uh-huh.
horrifying thing in the world.
You should not
Oh
live
my
in Iowa.
god.
I'm surprised you survived in Iowa with as many rabbits as they have running around here.
Well, I wasn't allergic when I was younger. It developed over time.
I
Ah.
see. I see. Yeah, that kind of happened to me with cats and dogs or whatnot.
That happened with me with apples.
Hmm.
I'm actually I don't know because I loved apples as a kid, but now like I can only eat certain ones, or sometimes like some of them will make my throat will like get all itchy and closey,
Right.
and like I'll get all wheezy and like my ears start to itch and stuff like that, and it's bleh, I don't know,
Right.
it's weird.
Yeah, but yeah, listeners. So
Sorry.
you
So,
do drugs. No,
hey
I'm
Evan,
just saying.
hey Evan, is there anything that our listeners could use to try to kill you later on? Is there anything you're allergic to?
Well, I don't particularly care for onions, but I can eat them if I need to.
Are you my sister?
No. So, I used to be allergic to cats and dogs, but over
Mm.
time I actually grew out of that, which
Mm.
is great
Makes
because
sense.
I like cats and dogs. Honestly, the only thing that I particularly have an allergy to is like grass, like common grass, but I don't like break out into
Really?
hives or anything.
Just makes you sneeze a lot.
Yeah, it doesn't even make me sneeze. It just
How's that? How are you allergic then?
How you? Yeah,
it
I
makes
was
me
gonna say.
really itchy. Like not
Ah.
like
Okay.
almost hives itchy, but like we're
Oh.
talking like if I step barefoot in grass, like my whole leg will be itchy.
God, now I just remembered something else I'm allergic to. I'm allergic to a lot of things. I'm allergic to metal.
Damn, what can you niggas eat? Shit.
Because everyone eats metal.
I do.
Yeah, no. I mean, like, when I say metal, I mean, like, I can't have piercings.
Oh.
I can't hold on to change for too long.
Oh. Wow. That's interesting.
So what you're saying is,
like,
if I ever hang
if I-
out with you and you get like some change back, I can just be like, "Can I have that?" And it'd be like, "Yeah."
Or if I ever get mad at you, I can just throw a penny at you and be like, "Die, BBQ, die!"
No, I have to hold on to it for a while. But like when I'm handling cash and I'm counting it, like when I was working, like my hands would get like super itchy. But like when I had like my belly button pierced, like it got rejected right out of my body. My body was like, "That's nope," and it popped out one day and was like, "Yay!"
Is this with like all metal? Because like, can you wear gold and stuff like that?
I think I could, but I freaking hate gold. So
same here.
yeah, like it's okay. So in Farhaven, when I was growing up, like there was just Farhaven. It was actually known as Nepean, but then they turned into Farhaven. And then when I hit like about middle school, they started expanding. So we had Old Farhaven, which is where I live, and then New Farhaven is just the part that has been expanding for years now. It's all like new big houses. It's a really nice neighborhood, but like a lot of those kids went to my school when I hit high school, and I would hear them try to be hard, like they're acting like they're like tough and shit, and then they like look at me, which is like one of the only like dark skinned people in school, by the way.
Right.
And they'd be like, "Oh yeah, you live in Old Farhaven, eh?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Ew, shut up."
You say.
Shut up.
So hard. You live in.
Yeah, no.
Old,
You know how we
Old
roll,
Haven,
eh? Don't fuck with my syrup, eh?
Bitch, you ain't tried real syrup. you take that sugar water. Anyway.
Remember, Omar, real syrup almost kills you when you drink it.
Pouring
Oh my God, it's the
pouring
best.
out some syrup for my homies up in Vancouver, eh? Sorry, go ahead. I'm being
Oh my
an
God.
asshole now.
Anyways, so they're like, "Oh, you live in was it Old Farhaven?" I think this is actually like a bunch of girls who asked me this, and they're like, "That's like the ghetto, isn't it?" And I'm like, fucking excuse me, I have a pool."
Yeah, pool.
It's just like it was like one of those things where I'm like, I have a pool. All my neighbors have essentially pools.
Right.
A
Yeah,
lot
they
of
don't
us have like
they don't
two
have-
cars.
They don't
like-
have pools in the hood.
Like, no, I'm just saying, like, this is like upper middle class I live in, and then
Right.
they live in upper middle class, and they're saying
Oh.
that upper middle class is a ghetto. And I'm like,
Oh.
go to Vanier, just go to Vanier, and maybe you'll survive. And by the way, Vanier is not even that bad.
Right.
Vanier is our quote unquote ghetto, but like it's not that bad. I mean, the worst thing you'll see is maybe like a strung out cokehead or something like that. They won't do
Right.
anything; they'll just
Right.
play there.
So Vanier
Okay.
is Fresno.
Should we stop recording now?
Well, I had a few things to talk about. I see your one-track mind, Amar.
What?
Richard's recently gotten into ICP.
What is? Why do you talk for me on these things sometimes?
Because most of the time you're not
You're not
here.
even close. You're not even close to anything that I like.
Have you seen that one meme going around where like juggalos battle bronies?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I would
I
love
wanna
to
see
see
this
that.
now.
God damn.
Bronies
I really
would be
wanna
dead.
see this.
I don't know,
I-
BB, those neckbeards.
I'd kill
The
me a
neckbeards,
juggalo.
they're
I'm
too
not-
pokey.
Not even joking. I would straight up Assassin's Creed their asses so hardcore. It's like, this isn't I'm meeting you on the street. This is I am on the rooftops.
Yeah. Anyway, I was trying to say that or cut it short because I had to bounce out.
So, I guess the big things that the one thing that we should really discuss is the fact that Baja Blast is in stores.
You no
this is
longer
an
need
episode for Holly.
diarrhea
This is an episode for Holly.
to get
Oh
Baja
my
Blast.
god.
You no longer need diarrhea to get
I am
Baja
only new to the
Blast.
idea that Mountain Dew comes in different flavors. So I mean, like, hold up. So
Do you guys have Baja Blast in Canada?
I have no idea.
How
To
do
be
you
honest.
live then?
Do you guys have Walmarts there? Just curious.
Of course there are Walmarts there.
They're in Chile, for God's sakes.
There are Walmarts in China.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm asking because they have, one of my friends lives in England, and I don't know if they have Walmarts there, but it's called another word. It's like Sir Walmart or something like that, but it's Walmart, but it's like British Walmart.
Wow.
You know how we have like the people of Walmart who shop at Walmart?
We have Walmarts. We actually just got, not really just, we got it like last year, but I finally got a Target.
Okay.
Which is like, oh, yay. It
guys,
makes me not want to kill myself.
You guys never had
as
a Target?
Much.
Didn't have Targets up there?
No, we just Target. We just finally got a few, which is nice. They replaced all the the Zellers.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, like literally just replaced the places where the Zellers used to be.
Right.
But like, you know what? The few times I've been there, it's not that bad. They're just kind of hard for me to get to because I bus, so.
I see.
But like, they're not that bad. But seriously, there's this Walmart that was near my work. Well, it was like walking distance from my work. It actually replaced my coworker's high school. It literally, like, they demolished his high school to make a Walmart.
That's because Walmart knows education is for suckers.
Walmart's like, my store, bitch.
And this wasn't even like once like all the kids graduated. This is like most of them were still like, you know, still going to school for like another few years. I think the worst part.
I forgot what I wanted to say. I was about to just ram on Walmart some more because I hate Walmart so much.
The one that replaced it though is like the literal like, I want to kill myself Walmarts.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's just like, it's like literally the concrete floors. Everyone looks miserable. I think the few times I've been there, like, was like when my boyfriend and I were first moving in together in our apartment, and we had forgotten to get like cleaning supplies, like, you know, mop and bucket and blah blah blahs. So we went in and we're like, oh my god, we have to get out as fast as we can. We were like, run, go get this stuff. Because it was just so sad looking at the people there. Like, it was the stereotypical American Walmart. It was funny because like the one that's in Farhaven is like,
you do pronounce your vowels differently. I'm listening to you. Farhaven.
Well, there's a reason why I'm pronouncing it that way. Because that's the joke.
Farthaven?
Okay. I was gonna say, like, if you can bleep it out, the place I live in is Barhaven with 2 R's.
Oh. Yeah, we can add bleeps or whatnot. What did you want to add, Richard? Because like I'm starving and I want to go cook dinner.
No.
Oh, yes. Dude, it's late.
You're not allowed to eat. There's 3 other things I wanted to talk about.
Come on, make it snappy. Let's go.
3 other things?
Okay, Mr. Sassafras.
I'm just messing with you.
One was the new Batman. Like, honestly, I know a lot of people gave shit to Ben Affleck about the new Batman, but
I'm actually excited.
The previews that they have put out of his new suit looks phenomenal.
Look badass.
Yeah,
they really do.
The Batmobile looks fantastic too.
It looks like the Batmobile and not like a Hummer.
The one thing that I was really glad about the Batmobile is they kept like the Tumblr-esque look, like the extra stuff on it, but kept the original shape of the giant, the giant penis. Batmobile.
The penis. I never thought of it as a penis.
It always had Richard. 2 domes.
I don't know. Maybe you are into yelling. Maybe I'm just messing with you.
Bringing it back.
But I think I agree with that actually. When I haven't seen the previews yet, but I saw some of the pictures being liked and shared around or whatnot, and I thought that was awesome. That because I really liked the concept of the Tumblr or whatnot that he drove in the Dark Knight trilogy. Like I thought that was a great concept, and it's like this is literally what he would drive. Because like if you think about the Batmobile, I mean that they had in the cartoons. I mean it's Batman and whatever, but it's like if shit's blowing up in Gotham, that car is so fucking low to the ground. Like, I mean, if he hits a pebble, I mean, the car would fly off the damn road. So I really like the concept of the, the Tumbler. And then yet they kept that same Batman shape. So I definitely agree with it. I, for one, am actually really excited about the new Batman movie. I'm tired of these and sorry listeners if you are hardcore Dark Knight fans, but I'm tired of people like, oh, Dark Knight, blah blah.
Oh,
it's like
God.
just
Shut up.
let it
Shut
go,
up.
okay?
The Dark Knight was really the only, like, out of the three was only good, but that's because of the wickedness behind Joker, not because of
Yeah.
Batman.
Right.
Also,
exactly.
the hype behind the fact that the guy who played the Joker died.
Right, that too. And I'm also, I mean, and like Heath Ledger was a really good Joker and stuff
Oh yeah,
like
he was
that.
amazing. But like, I'm just saying, like, a lot of people hyped it up.
Right,
which
but
was
I'm just
really
like,
sad.
we can move on from that. We can have
Oh,
another
yeah.
Joker. We can start another Batman series, and yes, we can give Ben Affleck the mantle of Batman. It's okay,
Yeah.
and I'm definitely looking forward to it. Dark Knight exists in its own universe. I'm tired of people like, we should just start fresh, start from scratch, leave Dark Knight as Dark Knight. It's a great movie series. I love it, but we need to start fresh,
I've kind of taken a vow of not watching any of the new DC movies until they finally give Wonder Woman a freaking movie, because oh my god, why not?
I love that little quote by DC where they're like, oh, we don't know if we could have a Wonder Woman movie, and fucking Marvel puts a raccoon in a fucking movie. A talking raccoon.
But to be fair, Rocket Raccoon's origin story is he just exists. Wonder Woman's origin story is a little more convoluted. She's born of clay, blessed by Zeus.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that or anything, but I mean, still,
Thor
my
has
point.
A freaking movie.
my point was like, I mean, they're whining about putting a woman in a movie because they don't know how it's going to go over. This has more to do with social justice connotations.
Well, it's also the whole pants thing, dude. Man,
who cares?
Well, no. Comic book people care. When the New 52 came out, they gave Wonder Woman pants, and people flipped shit. And then they gave her back her original outfit, and people flipped shit.
It's just
It's
stupid
the Wind Waker
comic boys
thing
that
all
can't make
over
up their
again.
ideas. Wind Waker was fantastic in every
No.
connotation.
Dude, Wind Waker's my favorite game of all time. Shh. Anyways, I'm just saying, people hated it because it was something new.
Oh
Right,
yeah,
and I
because
think
they're like,
and then
oh, I
Twilight
don't
Princess
like
came
cell
out, and then they
shading.
hated Twilight. Yeah, Twilight Princess came out. People hated Twilight Princess, then loved Wind Waker, and then just.
It's the Call of Duty mentality. Every time a Call of Duty comes out.
When Skyward Sword came out, everyone hates Skyward Sword because it's shit. And then Twilight Princess was good again because it was a great game.
Right. I mean,
except for the howling.
Right. And I guess you could say I'm almost technically doing the same thing with Ninja Turtles, but I'm more of not really bothered about like the characters as much as I am about the plot per se of what they've done with it. Because I mean, with like Batman, it still has some elements of the Batman story in it from some of the comics. Granted, you can argue it doesn't follow the comic book directly, but there's still some elements in it. I mean, they didn't change that main story. Batman's parents still get killed. Spoiler. Okay. But like, his origins remain the same.
Are
but
you
like
saying
with...
a spoiler for like a freaking like?
We need a spoiler for something.
No, I just said that. I said that
Have
that was
you ever
sarcasm.
looked up like the 10 most dead people in comic books? The number one people are the Wayne family. Because the only time they're alive was the Flashpoint.
No, I was being sarcastic, guys. But with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I think I'm mostly bothered by like the origin story and how much of it are they really going to change or whatnot. I mean, for me, as long as a movie keeps the basic origins, like, I'm okay with it, which is why I was okay. What's up?
Honestly, they might not even touch it. It might be just, it might just be they've existed and this is when they're finally being seen. Otherwise, the main origin story might never be talked about.
It could.
I wouldn't mind if that were the case.
Yeah, I suppose,
like,
as long as they
heard
didn't
it
touch
a
on
million
that.
times, right? So, you okay?
I'm good.
Okay.
Who's dying back there? Okay, so you're editing out the part all the way from. Do we have enough to?
Well, geez, I still have two things to talk about. Gah.
Go ahead. You're so long-winded.
Sorry.
Sorry if I like to have extra time since we're late.
Sorry.
Have you seen there's one of the companies that I follow online like that does web content is Rooster Teeth. They have Achievement Hunter and all that stuff. One of their main people got married this last weekend.
Michael and Lindsay.
And it was great. It was great because the day after the wedding, Michael starts posting things
God.
his new wife had left him in the hotel room without clothes because she forgot to bring clothes with her. So he wore her wedding dress.
Wedding dress. Yeah, that was my favorite. I saw that. Well, I didn't see it on Twitter, because I follow them on Twitter. But like I saw it on Tumblr because I follow Rooster Teeth Tumblr. Oh my God, Amar, please. But like, okay, but how cute was their wedding though? I swear to God. Like,
I was impressed. I do think it's funny how it almost got ruined by Bernie and Monty about cutting the cake before they even got there.
They would though, especially Bernie. Bernie's such an ass. But
that's why we love
I
Bernie.
guess. Yeah. Do you look up to Ray then, by the way? For like obvious reasons.
I feel like Ray looks up to me. No. Actually, the funny thing is, me and Ray have a lot of the same humor, and he's like a few of the things he says.
Totally tell.
Literally, I've been saying for a while before I like followed it. So it's kind of funny. It's like, oh, well, I really hope people realize that was my humor. And it's like, it's one of those things, like, I used to do things where I'd say certain stuff, and people are like, oh, that's from Napoleon Dynamite, haha, I get it. It's like, no, that's just how I am.
Yeah.
Dude,
like, I remember
when Ray said that. That's hilarious.
Oh my God. Like, I remember, like, sometimes I would, like, be at school or something like that, and I would say, like, a phrase, and, like, my dad kind of brought us up with like a lot of older phrases that like you would only hear with older people. So like sometimes you would hear it in a movie, and every single time like it would be a movie I've never seen, and people are like, oh, so you watched this movie then? I'm like, no, because it was a piece of shit. Like I just read a book.
I think one that my parents passed on to me, and it's kind of a Southern thing, is when people don't really know what they're talking about. You'll say, well, goddamn, she don't know shit from Shinola.
Shinola.
Shit from Shinola.
Oh
and like
my God.
you say that, like, let's say, I don't know, someone's like, you know, trying to tell you how to style a cosplay wig, and, you know, you're like, and they don't really know what they're talking about, and you'd be like, shut the fuck up, you don't know shit from Shinola. It's like,
I like that.
Yeah, that's what what context you would use it in, but it's a really old phrase or whatnot, so yeah.
I remember my dad was saying that, like, this is like my dad with his dad, they were talking about like his dad was like in Texas or something like that, and this fucking Texas guy was like trying to fix something, and he goes like, dad bird thing doggone catawamp is on me. And my dad was like, what what is this? And he's like, what does that even mean? It's like, oh, it just means it's broken. It's like, it's broken. What? I don't get it. The only like slang I use now that's like I guess weird is like British slang, just because that's what I grew up with, because that's my dad. So I'll say like bloody and stuff like that, or you twat. I
say twat. I don't say bloody. It just sounds weird with an American accent.
I guess. We say bent a bunch, like you stupid bent.
Bent. Yeah.
Yeah. Which is funny because my boyfriend started saying that recently, and I was like, huh. It sounds really funny when he says it, because he just has a really funny inflection on it, because unlike our family where we're mainly born here, like Nick is my boyfriend. His mom's from England. He was born here, but like she's definitely passed down inflections onto him, so he'll say certain things certain ways. Like she doesn't have an accent anymore, but she still has those inflections, and you're just like,
right.
How British is that? Like, she'll do the T thing all the time, and I'm just like, I love this so much.
I'm starving, please let me go.
Oh, sorry.
Suck it up.
I can talk for hours.
I'll just say, hey,
I'm gonna
Mark,
drive
you
down
watch
to
Kiss La Kiss?
Missouri.
If you haven't seen it
sorry?
already.
Sorry, what?
Is that a parody on Kill la Kill?
Okay,
Kiss
go
La
ahead,
Kiss?
drive down to Missouri. No one's gonna be fucking there.
Yeah, it's a Kill la Kill parody, and it's absolutely hilarious.
No, I was gonna say I was gonna drive down to
Is that that
Missouri, and I
YouTube
was going
thing?
to like eat
Was that
you.
YouTube animation thing that was
Yes.
really freaking funny? Oh
Yep.
my god, I love that animation so much.
It's
Like,
great.
I don't even like Kill la Kill. No offense to anyone who does. I can't seem to get past it mentally, which is totally fine. But like, that animation made me die. Have you seen the other animations by that person though?
Yeah,
No.
panty and stocking.
The
Wait,
PewDiePie one
no.
was hilarious.
Oh wait, no, we're talking about something else.
Yeah,
Never
we're
mind.
talking
I'm sorry, I'm on
about
Tumblr.
Yeah, Kiss Like Kiss. Okay, I was right. Sorry, phone. But yeah, like the
Definitely
same
watch it,
animators do
Omar.
like.
I can
Yeah,
send you a
seriously.
link if you need it.
Dude, I
Alright.
reblogged it like twice already.
I'm on my phone. I don't really reblog. I don't go on the main feed on my phone, and 90% of my Tumblr has been just me on my phone. I usually click people's names and then I'll just reblog a bunch from them, but I don't really go in my feed very much anymore,
I
which
feel
is
like-
why.
That's why you do that. That's why I
What do
see
you
you
mean?
going like on my freaking like thing. Okay, I get it now.
Yeah, I'll like click you and I'll just blast.
Oh
It's
my
just it's just
God.
easier, especially if I like the person because like I know that they will reblog things that I like, and I don't really have to surf through a bunch of puppies and porn and everything else. I can just
That's
go
so
right.
smart.
Don't
Yeah.
lie,
It's,
you
it's
like
funny
it.
because like
Shut up. I like the yaoi. I'll admit to that. And Vivi posted some amazing yaoi from time to time. Not as
do
much as
I?
Lee.
When do I do that?
Well, not yaoi. You've posted some suggestive pictures a few times.
Do I? I may actually. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's such
you
a
have
blur.
a couple. Not often. Now, Lee, if you follow her on Tumblr, there is dicks and everywhere.
I try to make my Tumblr like PG because I know I just realized that like some people I know are on my Tumblr that are.
I have a disclaimer on
kids.
mine, and I'm like, look, this is an R-rated. This is a mature Tumblr. You're not young enough. Skedaddle. If you still aren't young enough and you get it, I guess you can float around. Nobody's really gonna badge you on
Plus, I just finally got my Tumblr unflagged as a not safe for work Tumblr, so people can finally find me again. I don't want that happening.
I actually
I'm
get
just
more-
trying to get my artwork out there. I'm sorry.
But the
All
last
right.
thing I do want to not well at least mention fan service Renji. He's trying to raise money so he can move to California. I actually liked his message that he put out there for help if you can help him out. If you can't, that's fine. But he's one of those people that have tried to bring like stuff about cosplay consent and other stuff that's important that shows up in the cosplay community, and he's actually been presented with the chance to work for a company that he got his degree in. So
You should definitely put a link to the donate when you post this episode.
oh yeah, the link dump will
because-
be on Tumblr as usual. But
Perfect.
at least the one thing
I have
is
no
like
money to donate.
it's not just, hey, give me 10, 20 bucks here, here's nothing. It's, hey, if you buy my CD, it's because he has multiple CDs out. You buy his CDs and posters.
Yeah, he's a really great guy, listeners. I mean, I met him once at I think it was probably maybe 2 or 3 years ago at YomaCon, and he was one of the most awesome cosplayers I've ever met, honestly. I mean, not as a cosplayer, but I mean like as a person. Like he was just fantastic. I mean, you get some cosplayers who are really popular, who get a little bit of notoriety, and they kind of get their ass on their shoulders, and he's not like that. He is just down to earth. He'll talk to anybody. He will he's just good people, really. He doesn't have that
He's
air
good
about
people.
him.
Sorry. I'm
No,
so
that's
sorry.
an
The
American
one thing
saying.
that he
Is it?
Yes.
The one thing he did
Wow.
say is that like this isn't one of the things like because I know there's people out there that hey they're like I want to make this cosplay, give me money so I can make this cosplay. It's like I understand some people they're funding short and all this, but if you're short on money, why I feel like people need to have a little bit more realistic goals for cosplaying if you can't afford to do that cosplay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like you shouldn't be
Sorry.
crowdsourcing your chance to go to a convention or a chance to
you're
make
right.
a costume. You should be able to do
Right.
it on your own. If you can't, then there's something that you might want to look into changing that might help you do it.
Right, and I've seen people do that a lot. I mean, even famous cosplayers where they're like, "Oh, I'm so poor, and send me all this money," and they get all these accolades and stuff. I mean, this isn't this isn't like that, essentially. I mean, you're not really just going to be tossing money out of the window. I mean, this is a great guy. I think he's a awesome addition to the cosplay community. We have a lot of cosplay famous people, and I hate the word cosplay famous, it's so cheap, but we have a lot of cosplay famous people in the community, and I think we don't really have a lot of high quality people. And I mean, some people may hear that, see that as a slap, but I think it's honestly truthful, because people get cosplay famous and they forget what it's like to cosplay. They forget the meaning behind cosplay, why they did it in the first place or whatnot, and he hasn't forgot that. He's still that same cosplayer at heart. He's still that nerd, essentially. He's, got notoriety, and he's just fan service Renji. That's all he is, I mean, he's the same, he's a cool guy, and, if you donate towards him or whatnot, I mean, it's not just donating towards fan service Renji, it's definitely promoting, the betterment of our community, I think. So.
Plus, like, if you pay for something and you get something back, that's also a giant plus.
Right, and he's
not that should be the only reason you're doing it, but I'm just saying.
Right, yeah, you should do it out of the kindness of your heart too. But it is good to know that you're not just tossing cash to someone who's like, oh, I'm gonna make this sexy cosplay and not even gonna talk to any of my fans. So, he's not like that. This guy is just awesome. And I mean, as far as it's like Richard had mentioned earlier about him and in regards to like cosplay consent and stuff like that. He's done a lot for the community for raising awareness, and we definitely need more people like that. So, yeah, he's awesome.
Okay. I guess then we can do our close out. We are looking for intro songs, so if people actually get a chance to make us some intros, that
dude, I want that yaoi song.
No, I am not putting that yaoi song. Because it's just a dude moaning to...
I will post it on your wall, BBQ. It is
my God.
Awesome. It is
Did you say my
awesome.
And I already told you, I'm not editing
Facebook wall?
We'll edit it and make it the song. We won't do it. Jesus.
Oh my
I'll
God.
post it on your wall, BB. It is hilarious.
Are you saying my Facebook wall? Because I have cousins who are like kids.
Yeah. Well, I'll send it to you in a message and you can read it.
Oh, thank God. Okay, because I don't want them.
Yeah, because if your cousin, it'd be this weird moaning.
No.
Oh gosh.
My baby's ears.
It's the best thing ever.
Oh my God. That sounds absolutely hilarious.
So we're gonna stop recording now.
I have to finish. You didn't let me finish. God damn it.
I'm hungry.
You have to. If you're going to make the intro, you can submit it to cosplaywithbenefits@gmail.com. Yes, it does have to be under 25 meg limit, but if it's 10 to 15 seconds, it should be under 25 megs. We do have a Tumblr. It's cosplaywithbenefits.tumblr.com. And if you have any questions you want to ask us and maybe we can answer, go ahead and ask them there. You can also find our more episodes on iTunes and YouTube whenever I put them up. And that's about it. So, signing off.
All right, folks. Peace and out. Don't eat lint.
Lint's delicious.
It is.
It's signing out.
Fantastic.